Yeah.
All right. Settle down, crowd.
Right,
Settle down.
Get y'all energized. It's been a minute since we've been up in here.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast, episode 188.
Episode 188.
It's your boy Howie, my man.
Kurt, what's up, y'all?
What's up?
Yeah, we live, man. We live. We on YouTube right now. We Facebook, Instagram, all of that, man.
Yeah.
Spotify, y'all gonna have us in a little bit, you know. Yeah. I'm gonna edit a second version for YouTube, so you know we all over the place.
Yeah,
you know,
some suckers never there.
There you go.
But yeah,
some of y'all suckers ain't never there.
Yeah, but how was your week, man? Well, past 2 weeks, man.
Yeah. My past 2 weeks were pretty good. You know, no complaints. You know, I had to go out of town last weekend, so didn't get to you know, see the do the show last week. One of my family members out of town was graduating college with her master's.
Okay.
Which was you know, definitely some good news.
Let's put
had a little bit of bad news though while I was out of town. One of my best friends, his mother passed away.
Sorry.
Yeah, man, it was bittersweet, man. I was kind of mad because I had just literally touched down in Fayetteville, and you know I got the call, and I'm like, son of a monkey, you know. And you know, she was one of the coolest, you know, mothers, man. She would let us always spend the night over her house, you know what I mean. She was just that cool parent, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, you could do whatever with her. You know, she wasn't gonna be judgmental or none of that. So, but yeah, that was the only hard part of the last couple of weeks. Other than that, you know, work is all the same. Punch the clock. You know, deal with the customers, all of that good stuff. You know. How about you? How was your week?
Well, my week was pretty good. Well, a little rough, but I think it's gonna be good. Last semester was a little rocky. I passed all my classes with the exception. Well, I mean, I technically passed them all. Just this one class, a little rocky. But found out I didn't have to really take it. So it actually might work in my favor. It still might be bad, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to be no doctor, though. So he ain't going to be like, God damn, we got Howie over here trying to do brain surgery. He's in all this class. So motherfucker come up here with a manual and shit talking about some, all right, the frontal lobe is here. Oh, it does that.
Yeah, so where's the temple?
Don't worry about that. But yeah, man, I want to shout out Brittany. Brittany graduated from WSSU.
Congratulations, man. Proud of her. Doing her thing, man.
So she's doing her thing. And I took her brother, we went to see, for his birthday, we went to see the Spider-Man jump off.
Okay, I was wondering. I was going to say we might need to talk about that a little bit because I did go and see it.
Oh, word! No, we'll talk about it.
We got to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk
a little bit.
Okay.
So we're gonna jump into that a little later.
Good.
But yeah, man. So you had a pretty good week.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And the work has been kind of crazy, but you know, hey man, I'm gonna do like Fat Joe. Yesterday's price is not today's price. So
I better know.
Yeah, so. But yeah, man, our work's been crazy because like we got a lot of. What's happened is not to get too much in my work, but you know I work in a warehouse, so like they, you know, we have furniture to certain customers. They need the furniture so bad because you know with the way the port's tied up,
right?
So we're trying to get all their stuff to them as like quick as possible. Now, mind you, there's only like a handful of us. And we one man down.
Yeah.
So it's we kicking ass and taking names.
Okay. That's what's up, man.
But yeah.
So I guess we should, before we go too far, we should acknowledge a couple of people that we lost.
Yeah.
as I said, my friend lost his mother to cancer. We also lost Leonard Hubbard, aka Hub, from the Roots crew, from that band, to cancer. I think he was in his 60s, somewhere in his mid to late 60s.
Okay.
And then we just also lost Kango Kid from UTFO, also to cancer.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we can't win, man.
I mean, that's like I was telling, Curtis off camera, man. It's like if the rappers don't have like poor health care.
Yeah.
And they die because of poor health. It's like
right.
You got these young rappers getting gunned down. It's just like
yeah.
It's like a vicious cycle, man. It's like we can't get no relief, no rest.
I'm telling you, man.
I mean, it's like damn if you do, damn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's I'm trying to do better slowly but surely, but it's making me feel like I need to speed up. I need to do a little bit better because I've been kind of coasting, just doing little things, to help myself, but it ain't enough. I gotta step it up, man. So, because I don't want to go out like that, So anyway, but yeah, man, definitely it's a hard loss. Let's go ahead and give them a moment of silence just to pay our respects. All right. Thank y'all for doing that with us. We appreciate it.
Yep.
So, you know what? I apologize. Did you have a question of the day? I didn't even think of one today.
Ooh.
Should we come up with one on the spot?
Off
the dome, you know what I mean?
Who's the best Spider-Man?
Oh man, okay, that's a good one.
Since we talking about the movie.
Yeah.
Who's the best Spider-Man?
I'm gonna
I'll put like out of the three that was in the movie.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the new guy, Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I think he's doing the best. I mean, I think Tobey Maguire is always going to be so memorable. He did a great job. And the other guy, he was decent, but nobody paid as much attention. But I think the new guy is doing the best job because he's giving you a little bit of all the elements. He's giving you the juvenile version of Spider-Man, that school kid, but then you also get to see the superhero adult type action from him, so he's given a good mixture of all that, you got the love story, of course, And
he's a hell of an actor too.
Yeah.
He got a new joint that's not Spider-Man, but
I saw that.
Uncharted
mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that.
Pretty interesting.
It looks like it's gonna be really good. And he's actually British.
Yeah,
doing an American accent. I didn't know that until recently. I was like, what?
Most of the British dudes do that, especially like even with like black characters. They really studied the African Americans.
Yeah,
and do them accents. But then, like I think that dude from Life, the TV show, I think he's British. I think
Life, you said?
Yeah, the TV show. The For Life. The For Life.
Oh yeah, the 150 Cent.
The 150 Cent. Yeah, I think British. I think now
it might be. I wouldn't be surprised.
A lot of them cats British.
Yeah. So who do you think is the best Spider-Man?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think my man, he's doing the best job. Now, Tobey Maguire definitely a strong second.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the other dude played him well. The other guy, I'm not saying that he's a horrible Spider-Man. I just, what I'm saying, some of the movies and stuff, I just couldn't, I don't know. I didn't really connect to him with him like that. Now, one thing I did like when he first came out, I like the fact that they did the web cartage. What I'm saying? I did like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what okay, that's cool. They're bringing that in. Because like with Tobey, it was just like, I just do it.
That's how it was in the comics. It just came out of his skin in the comics. So that was more, authentic to the comics.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it came. I thought it was, well, maybe that was the cartoon. They had the web card.
Yeah, they if I remember correctly, in the comic, it came out of his skin.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember when the new guys started doing the cartridges, I was like, that's a little bit different, but I kind of brushed over it until it came up into a topic of conversation in this new one. I was like, yeah, so why did they do it like that? But It is what it is, But y'all let us know what y'all think. What's your about the question of the day? Who's your favorite Spider-Man actor? Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, or the other guy. What's the other guy's name? I forget his name.
I think it's Andrew.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
There you go. Andrew Garfield. And, we will be talking about that a little bit later in the movie. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into some birthdays. I got a few. So back on December 11th, we had my man Mos Def. Happy birthday to him. Mighty Mos. Also on the same day, happy birthday goes to DJ Yella from NWA.
Yep.
On the 12th, we had my man Danny Boy from the House of Pain.
Oh, that Danny Boy.
Danny Boy, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking the singer Danny Boy.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Danny Boy from House of Pain.
Kicks and shit.
Yeah. On the 14th, happy birthday goes to Offset.
Oh, that's what's up.
As well as the West Coast legend on the same day, my man King T. Who was one of my favorites from the West Coast. I always thought it was so funny. He, King T said he almost came through Dr. Dre, but because Dre always moved so slow with getting albums out, he kind of gave up and got tired of waiting. So he went and got his own producers and, did his own thing. So I wonder how that would have been if we had King T coming up under Dr. Dre, man.
I think it would have been great, especially with Exhibit, teaming up with him later on.
Right.
And that's the thing, too, like, that whole Liquid crew, him, Exhibit, Alcoholics, you know what I'm saying? That whole squad.
Exactly. Exactly.
That'd been crazy.
Also, happy birthday goes out to my man Cool C from the Philadelphia area. He's on the 15th. Yes, sir. He's on the 15th.
Is he? They repealed him to get killed, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure, to tell you the truth. I never kept up with it.
Yeah, I know at one time they were repealing it. They repealed it like a couple years ago. So he didn't, get the switch. So I don't know.
We'll have to check into that. If I get some information, I'll put it on when I put this up on YouTube as a different version of this on YouTube. But on the 18th, which is today, my man Steele from Smith & Wesson, my man Murphy Lee from the Midwest, and my man Cuban Link, formerly of Terror Squad, and also Rod Digger, as well as DMX, the dog. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of birthdays today, man. So happy birthday to all of them. Let's give them some round of applause. Yes, sir. So happy birthday to all of them. I guess we can jump into some music. I got a few things to talk about. So I told y'all about Tierra Whack doing an album project called Rap. Apparently I didn't realize it, but she dropped 3 joints in 1 week, 3 whole EPs. One's called Rap, one's called R&B, and one's called Pop.
Okay.
So shout out to Tierra Whack, man. That's dope right there. You know what I mean?
So the album, these EPs is just like different, that's just different genres.
Right.
That's
She flexing her muscle a little bit. You know what I mean? Letting us know what kind of skill she got. So I'm glad to hear that, man. You know what I mean? I love to hear versatility. You know what I mean? So
because that's one thing, man. Like in the '90s, it was kind of, if you was a rapper, it was kind of shunned to be pop. It was kind of shunned. I mean, you could probably get away with being an R&B singer. You might be able to do that if you were. I mean, I think of people like CeeLo when it comes to that. Not that he was a, and Nate Dogg, because he not that he was a rapper, but rappers used him because of the voice.
Some people like that kind of have to kick in the door. Like, Nate Dogg never tried to explain, I'm not a rapper, I'm a singer. He just said, this is what the fuck I do. And everybody was like, yo, that shit is dope. Yeah. We want you on our song.
So it's cool that she's, there's a space now that you can showcase all that talent.
Exactly. So shout out to Tierra Whack. Also, my man K Slay dropped a new joint called Tommy Egan. Okay. That's dope. Gangsta Boo, I told y'all she was dropping a song called Sucker Free. Okay. That's dope. Dr. Dre, I just heard 2 new joints from Dr. Dre. He got a joint called Gospel featuring Eminem and DLC.
Okay.
And then another one called Diamond Mind, as in the mind, with Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
So, you know, that's really dope right there.
Don't he got a song with the Anderson .Paak as well?
Yes, and Busta Rhymes, I think, is on that one.
Wow. Yeah. Yo, that's crazy.
So, yeah, that's another one. I almost forgot about that. Thank you. I don't know the name of that one, but it's out there.
Anderson .Paak, man, since with that Silk Sonic joint,
man. Yeah, he killing the game right now. He another one. He got that rapping and singing ability. You know what I mean? So, and while we talk about music, you know, we can kind of mention the Larry Hoover concert. You know what I mean? That seemed to go pretty good as far as Drake and Kanye just having good energy on stage. So you were saying though that they kind of failed to really promote the Larry Hoover effort of it during the show, though, right?
Yeah, look, from what I heard, and allegedly, because I didn't really see everything, so from what I heard,
right,
was that they did not. I think some was there, Larry Hoover.
Yeah, probably.
They had the pants called. They had like some clothing saying "Free Hoover,"
okay,
but not free Larry Hoover, just free Hoover.
Free Hoover, okay.
And then they didn't really mention him at all, and that's who the benefit was for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I mean, like I said, I don't know. I wouldn't really, you know what I'm saying? I can't really say much because I wasn't there or didn't get to view it. So
I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can find it online and maybe look at it or something like that. You know, because I think that would be kind of, you know, messed up. I mean, it's not the worst, but you know what I mean? It's like, you know, I don't know if they didn't want to get too political about it. Like, if we talk about him too much, maybe it'll scare people away.
It might be that. I mean, especially with the people, because the tickets, from what I heard, they were like $1,000.
Wow.
So yeah, probably the people that, you know, the elite people that are there, or those people that can buy, you know, pay those big bucks.
Right.
Yeah, they probably didn't want to scare them away. So.
Yeah. But, you know, all the clips that I saw online, they look really good. You know, I have to give it to them. You know, was, you know, like the crowd was loving the fact that they was throwing out a lot of their classics. You know, they did the joint that they did together. What was that? Forever Mine or whatever it was.
Watch out for me, I'm blow. I ain't gonna lie, man. Drake got the, you know, that style, man.
Yeah.
I had to give it to him.
So, yeah, I mean, it looked like it came out, you know, like a decent concert. You know, I'm sure they had a good turnout. You know, the stage was filled with smoke everywhere. So, you know, it kind of had that, you know, smoky effect all over the place. But I think it went good. You know what I mean? I have to, you know, from the little bit I've seen, you know, I felt good about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into some topics. Let's give a shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, man. She
for graduating.
Yeah, graduated from Texas Southern University, man. That's what's up, man. She received a degree in health administration, and you know, I mean, it ain't that easy, man. The way they be doing school nowadays, man, they be throwing tons of work at you. So the fact that she did, I think she got a bachelor's. Yeah. In that. But and then also on top of that, she just recently got a Netflix deal. So she got a show coming out on Netflix. They haven't said exactly what it's going to be about, but just that, you know, she'll be doing stuff like telling stories. So I don't know if she's narrating something or, you know, because I know Remy Ma got a crime show out that she kind of narrates. Oh, you know, really? Yeah, which is dope.
No, is that on Netflix too?
That's on regular TV. I think it's like, what was it called? I think it's like True Crime or something like that. Okay. But you know, they just tell stories about famous crime, murder mysteries and stuff like that. She narrates it. So
yeah, I would. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of episodes. Right, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, man. That's huge. You know, glad to see that, you know, that somebody in this newer generation is not just, I'm dropping out of school so I can be a big time rapper and make a lot of money. get your education, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's really good no matter what. You know, I know some of the stuff she does is risque and things like that. But then you gotta understand, she a kid. I mean, not she a grown woman.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? She a young woman at that. So she's still trying to navigate through this world.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, I mean, I give her, props for her graduating, because maybe that could really, impact other young folks. Absolutely. And they may not necessarily graduate, but they say, hey, Meg Styles, she did this, I want to get this in order before I, do entertainment and make sure I don't, I lose all my money and things like that. I have something to fall back on. So,
exactly.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah, got to, man. Got to. All right, so next up, let's talk about my man Derek Chauvin. Have you heard about his situation? So here's the deal. This is it's kind of funny to me, because they're saying the headline is always he's changing his plea from not guilty to guilty over the George Floyd situation. But after careful consideration, I read the whole story. He's not technically changing his plea, and I'm gonna tell you why. So the murder case, he pleaded not guilty. There's a new case that's a civil suit, not a murder case. And so on this one, he is pleading guilty to violating George Floyd's rights, civil rights. So, when they first came out with the article, I thought they were saying that on the murder trial, he was changing his plea. He's not really changing. He's just, okay, yeah, I'll admit I'm guilty over here, but I'm not guilty over there,
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I still think he might as well have pled guilty, because, I mean, you wind up going to prison anyway, but he was guilty. I mean, we all saw it, you know what I mean? We saw what he did. So, and I mean, if you didn't violate his civil rights, we wouldn't be talking about how this man is dead. I'm sorry, you're guilty. What else do you want? Damn. So, but right now he's only pleading guilty to the civil suit of violating his civil rights or whatever.
I wonder what kind of deal because they had, they had to offer some type of deal.
I don't know. You know how that go, man. They ain't gonna tell us all those details, but I'm sure that you're right. But that's what it is. So I was like, let me read this story, because that was the first thing I thought. I'm like, is he changing his mind? The murder trial is already over, so why would he, change his plea? But they kept saying changing to guilty. But nah, he really not. Technically he is, technically he is. So anyway, on to the next.
Yep.
My man, Ghostface Killer from the Wu-Tang, he is coming out with his own coffee called Killer Coffee. That's dope right there, you know what I mean? And we're not talking about just a flavor of coffee. He's coming out with his own company, his own coffee company. He's supposed to be launching it in the next few weeks, and I think it was like the first of the year. And he's gonna start out with 4 flavors, and then build on that after that.
We got some stuff to drink, man. We need to get that stuff. Wasn't there some one of the Blood and the Crips joint that we had that we needed to drink?
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
What the Blood and Crips soda?
Right. Yeah, they had some kind of drink. Yeah, I never saw it in the stores. I don't think. Yeah.
Something man. Crip Cola. Oh my God! I don't want that malarkey in my store.
Right. But
have some blood over there, man. I don't want that blip of Voda. Excuse me, sir.
Exactly.
Malarkey.
I wonder what some of these flavors is gonna be like. You know what I mean? For Ghostface's coffee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're gonna get like some of them ice cream flavors.
Oh yeah, the caramel, the French. Oh yeah, easy,
chocolate
easy,
deluxe.
Easy.
Or we gonna get purple coffee.
Purple
tape. As we getting some Supreme clientele coffee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Should I be, on man, eating the breakfast, got the oatmeal joint.
Right.
And I'll be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I get them Get my Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Man, I drink some of the Supreme Cartel coffee. You know what I'm saying? Got the cream in my cup. You know what I'm saying? The cashews. I mean,
you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was actually recently he had a little small collection that he was selling of Iron Man dinner plates.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they were dinner plates, and they had the Iron Man album cover on them.
Okay.
And I think he was signing them or something like that. But it was only a small quantity. You know, he was recently doing so. I'm sure he probably ran out by now. But I thought it was kind of dope. You know what I mean? Get some Ghostface memorabilia.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. So y'all let us know if y'all try to kill a coffee when it come out. I think it's supposed to be like the first week of January, so we're gonna see. But yeah, on to the next. I wanted to mention my man Prodigy, rest in peace. They are making a street named after him called Prodigy Way in Queens.
All right.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's probably safe to say the Prodigy.
Yeah,
like old Prodigy, like I would say, even though I still liked him, up until his death, I would probably say like the best Prodigy was probably like 96, 98.
Okay.
Prodigy was just a fucking monster.
Man, yeah, he was a beast.
God,
he was well deserving of that solo career that he started too, man.
Monster.
Because I remember when he first said he was going to do a solo album, I was like, is that really going to work? But then after I heard it, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, the HNIC, man.
He killed it, man.
Yeah, that HNIC, man. And then, like that last track, the Never Feel My Pain.
Yeah.
I think that album specifically is definitely like, that's like the essence of who he is, because he really couldn't show that on the Mobb Deep side.
Right.
He really, if you really think about it, he was. I think he showed a little bit of vulnerability.
Right.
Like, this is what I go through.
I agree. I think that's what made it a great album too.
Yeah.
Man. You know what I mean? So rest in peace and shout out to Prodigy. You know what I mean?
just hope they don't fuck up the street like they fucked up
the
the mural.
The mural, man. I was real mad about that, man, because they kept defacing it every time they would try to fix it. Somebody would come back.
It was probably some clown dude that had some type of beef. And it's like, dude, the man's dead. Let him have a shine.
Exactly.
I mean, now we can hear from it later, like, Prodigy wasn't this, he wasn't that. But right now, let him have a shine right now.
Right. But yeah, I still think it's dope that he's getting a street named after him. So we're gonna see how that turns out. So yeah. I want to mention this too. There's been going around the internet a lot on Instagram about Jadakiss being Time Magazine's Person of the Year. And I was thinking it was facts, but found out later on that it actually wasn't true. He was named Person of the Year by allhiphop.com. And then somebody took that and kind of ran with it and made it look like he was Time Magazine's Person of the Year, which is actually Elon Musk. You know what I mean? So,
that would have been crazy, man. I'd be like, man, Time really care about New York hip hop.
Exactly. That's what made me, really run with it. So I'm like, wow, Time Magazine. Yeah. But nah, that's not correct. He deserves it, but it's just not facts. You know what I mean? So. But shout out to Jada anyway. He had an incredible year.
Oh, fact.
Especially with the verses. You know what I mean? He really spearheaded that whole thing. I think if it wasn't for him,
he definitely with that Dipset one, he definitely set the tone.
Yeah,
I have to say that he definitely. And shout out KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane.
Right.
What I'm saying, they kind of carried they kind of lifted it up too. As far as like the skill set,
most definitely.
But I think Jaden, like the Locks, I think just 3-man group, I think they set the tone in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. But shout out to Jada, Jada. All right, so a couple of things. On to the next. Some documentaries that are out. Y'all may want to check out. There's a new one about Juice WRLD called Juice WRLD Into the Abyss. That's on HBO, I believe. That one is taking an in-depth look at his life and his impact on the industry, so you can really get to know him. I haven't watched it, but I do have it recorded, so I'm gonna go back and check that out. I think it's close to 2 hours. You know what I mean? So, also the DMX documentary gives you that behind-the-scenes look at X's life as he was coming out of prison in 2019 and trying to make his comeback. I did get to see that one. It's well worth it, so I definitely encourage y'all to see that. And then there's one, the Video Music Box documentary. Man, that one was really big for me because I grew up on Video Music Box. And in New York, you know, if you didn't have cable, you know, there was like a public access channel, channel 31, I think it was, where you could see Video Music Box. And, you know, every day after school, you know what I mean, they were like the first ones to play actual hip hop videos. He started out kind of playing whatever music, like kind of like MTV, just playing music in general. But then, you know, once hip hop started growing, he started just going straight into all hip hop. So it was Ralph McDaniels and Lionel Martin, who they called the Vid Kid. And they got a whole documentary out about it. It's actually created by Nas. Him and Ralph McDaniels co-host the documentary. And you hear from all these rappers. You hear from Lionel Martin, the Vid Kid. People like Roxanne Shante talk about how Ralph McDaniels actually produced her video for Roxanne's Revenge. Okay. Did not know that. Wow. He produced Nas's video for Halftime. Did not know that. So he was helping a lot of rappers really capture the perfect video. He did one of the Wu-Tang's early videos. It was either Cream or something else. I think it might have been Cream. And they were like, you know, they saw how his work was with other artists. So they was like, yeah, we need you to capture the essence of this song. And he was able to do that. Because if you look at the video for stuff like Cream, they really do capture that. Halftime, Nas, he really captured that Queensbridge, that street, you know what I mean? So he was good about knowing how to capture a moment, you know what I mean? So I would definitely encourage y'all to go watch that as well.
So let me ask you this. So this, because I didn't grow up on a music box, unfortunately, you know, like I said, being in the South. But with this music box, without music box, we could probably safe to say it would be no Yo MTV Raps.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They talk about that in the documentary about how Yo MTV Raps came out and kind of borrowed a little stuff from them and then kind of ran and, you know, made their own lane. And so, yeah, I mean, they definitely, I mean, it was so many people in this documentary. Bad Boy wouldn't be what it is without them.
Oh, right.
You know, they were playing videos by like, from Staten Island. The first ones that rep for Staten Island.
Oh, yeah, Force
MCs.
Yeah, Force MD.
Yeah, same thing, Force MCs. You know, they did the same. They actually lived close to Ralph McDaniels, so they used to come knocking on his door like, yo, we sent you our record company sent you our music. Did you get the videos? And he was like, nah, they wouldn't let me play it because they wanted a whole bunch of money. He was like, because when he made the show, he wasn't making no money. He just wanted to showcase hip hop.
Showcase it and how it was.
And he so he told him, he was like, they wouldn't do it because I wouldn't, you know, pay him a whole bunch of money. So they was like, all right, we're gonna take care of that. Next thing you know, he had all their music.
But that's the thing, that's crazy. I mean, because my thing of it is, why are you paying him to? I mean, that's free exposure.
Right, it's exposure.
So that's people coming to buy that person's property. Man, you see. You
trying to capitalize, man. Everybody always trying to capitalize on every little thing.
Yeah, sometimes that's really how you kill the creativity, man.
Yeah.
Like, make your money. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying don't make your money, but that's, you know, like that's what stifles the growth. That's why everything is stale. Why everybody can't do nothing. That's why, you know what I'm saying?
And they talk about that a lot in the documentary about how when the corporations come and take over, you lose a lot of your freedom and creativity. And he said that he got so many offers from like big corporations, like, yeah, we want to take your show to the mainstream, but because of how they work, he decided not to because they take control over every little thing you do. And when he would play videos, he would do stuff like in between the videos when he was interviewing artists, he would try to drop some jewels, knowledge, about staying woke and all that kind of stuff. So he was one of those types. And, if a corporation took over there, they'd be like, yeah, you can't do all that.
You can't talk about
You know what I mean? So he was like, yeah, I want to stay independent.
God.
Right. So he trying to stay. And I'm glad he did it, man. They would have messed that whole show up. You're not going to be telling people a black man is God. You're not going to be trying to tell people to get out of the projects. We want them in there. But yeah, it's really good, man. And I'm glad that Nas did it because, Nas is just, you can tell he just loves hip hop, man. You know what I mean? They showed a lot of his old performances when him and Big was performing on stage together, and people like Puffy, Lil' Kim.
They never really made a whole live record together. Nas and Big, like when he was little.
No, they were going to though. Nas said that they were going to because Nas said that Big wanted him. They were actually in the studio, and Nas couldn't do it.
Yeah,
he said Big wanted him to get on a remix to Give Me the Loot.
Oh, that is crazy.
And so Nas was like, he kind of had a writer's block moment. He was like, he just kept sitting there for hours and hours and just couldn't come up with anything. He was like, you know what? It ain't working, man. So the song never came out, but it would have been dope because you know what I mean.
I think really Give Me the Loot wouldn't have been like Nas's.
Right.
Not saying that he couldn't do it, but that song is so high energy.
Yeah.
Now if he did like a remix to One More Chance,
right,
I can see that because Nas got that smooth, that smooth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're probably right because the energy of Give Me the Loot is just it's up there. So
I'm not saying that Nas couldn't do it because you gotta listen to like Back to the Grill Again and Live at the Barbecue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Nas passed out on that shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, maybe he was just a little intimidated, but it would have been dope, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, go check that out, man. The Video Music Box documentary. I used to love watching the show, man. It was like what helped me grow up on hip hop because it was a lot of times we couldn't afford cable, you know what I mean? So I didn't have access to MTV once it came out, you know what I mean? All I had was Video Music Box. And so, you come home from school, you might have had a bad day, and you see something like Rob Bass, It Takes Two come on, and you just, get you hyped, you know what I mean? So it was just a good, resource for kids like myself, man, who just didn't have a lot, you know what I mean? So I loved it, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so go check that out. Did you want to still talk about the Deion Sanders thing?
Yeah, man. So let me see here. Let me pull this up. Oh wait a minute. Let me pull that up. Excuse me. I'm trying to pull up an article.
Yeah, you good.
So basically, what happened is Deion Sanders got this top recruit, Travis Hunter, from Florida State to Jackson State. Jackson State is a HBCU. Deion Sanders is doing like an incredible job from what I hear. He's really trying to build up, as far as like the HBCU, trying to get, with everything going on and, how everything sports and your likeness and everybody's up there, they're capitalizing off of you, and yeah, man, he's doing an incredible job.
That's what's up, man.
So basically, let's see here. I'm just gonna read a little bit from the Los Angeles Times.
Okay.
So cornerback. Did I say cornerback?
Well, you said quarter or corner. You weren't sure.
Yeah, cornerback Travis Hunter ranked the #1 recruit by 247sports.com. Committed to Florida State in March 2020, but during his announcement ceremony Wednesday morning, Hunter tossed aside a Seminoles cap as well as a hat for Auburn in Georgia, and then caught a Jackson State cap that had been thrown to him and placed it on his head.
Wow.
So that's
how he broke the news.
Yeah, so that's huge, man. So like historically black. He went to Jackson State, a historical black college. I mean, and that's the thing, man. Having Dion as your coach,
man,
dude.
Yeah, legendary.
Yeah, so man. I'm thinking, yeah, man, I have to give it to Dion, man. I think he's going to shake some stuff up. Things, it's just sad that a lot of these schools. Not that I don't know too much about sports or anything, but a lot of these schools like the NCAA and all that other stuff is so elitist. You know what I'm saying? But now the fact that I think black people. Black athletes are going to you know what? We're not going to pass up these HBCUs. We're going to go there, and I think things might turn around.
Yeah,
so
that's what's up, man. Yeah, you can't beat that, man. That's an opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, man.
So I think they're going to do some big things, man.
Yeah, man.
Big things, man. So I'm proud of him. Shout out to Deion Sanders, man.
Facts.
Man. Matter of fact, can we clap that
up?
Yeah,
we clap that up. We can clap that up. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, what are you reading any more about that?
Oh, yeah, I think that was it. I'm just reading a little clip. Skip up. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, snippet.
Yeah,
So we can move on to the next. I wanted to talk about a little bit about the Jim Jones versus Freddie Gibbs situation. If I don't know if y'all heard about it, I'm sure you probably have, but from what I understand, they had a little bit of a scuffle at a club. I think it was called Prime 112 in Miami. So it's in Miami from what I understand. Basically, I think Freddie Gibbs was leaving and Jim Jones was coming in, or vice versa. Freddie Gibbs coming in and Jim Jones, whatever. But as they were passing each other in that area, they kind of had a little falling out because basically Freddie Gibbs has thrown some shots at Jim Jones over the years about Jim Jones representing this VL situation.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what it's called, Vice Lords or something like that, because Freddie Gibbs is part of I don't know if it's a gang or whatever, something, the Vice Lords. And so over the years, Jim Jones has thrown up the VL, and so Freddie Gibbs took that personal because he's like, he ain't part of the Vice Lords or whatever, so why is he throwing up the VL? And come to find out, Jim Jones never claimed to be part of them. He was throwing up the VL because he has something called vampire life.
Wow.
So all of this shit is basically over a misunderstanding, and Freddie Gibbs, I guess, probably approached him about it. You need to stop throwing up the VL. You ain't part of the, So a lot of people are saying Freddie Gibbs was wrong, the one in the wrong here, because he just kept egging it on when it really wasn't what it was. So
I heard Jim Jones kind of.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah, they're saying that Jim Jones took the upper hand in this little squabble. You know what I mean? Did you hear anything else about it?
I didn't hear much about it. I didn't really. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I didn't. It ain't interested me.
Right. Yeah, I just thought it was interesting because I didn't know nothing about it. I really don't listen to Jim Jones like that. I do like Freddie Gibbs, but I still don't even listen to him as much because sometimes he doesn't release music as often. But I do like some of the stuff he does. Now, Jim Jones, I'm not a fan of pretty much at all. So it's just like, all right, if they say he got new music, I'm like, okay, cool, that's what's up. That's the last thing I actually liked from him. Exactly. Had a nice hook and had a dope beat. But when it comes to him rapping, I just be like, I'm good, So, but yeah, so that really didn't turn out to be too much, but Freddie Gibbs is saying that basically he never got hurt. Jim Jones is saying the same thing. If y'all know anything else about it, let us know. But that's pretty much all I know. That's what it was about. And if I got anything wrong, please forgive me. Don't send your little goons after me. Yeah, I don't know. I told you this is just opinion.
As one person would say, don't get mad at the radio guy.
Right.
Speaking of the radio guy's got not the radio guy, but a radio guy got a show. Charlemagne the God.
Charlemagne the God. God's honest truth.
So he had Vice President Kamala Harris responding to him for a sit down.
Yeah.
I'm just reading the article. I want to go back and actually watch maybe the episode. I think I might be able to watch it.
Right.
Damn! Damn! I mentioned the. They're doing the flip joint. They like, yeah. Oh, you mean? Don't even say that. Right. Don't even say a name.
Right.
You know what you
don't say president or vice.
Don't even say none of that.
Don't say nothing.
You talking about that Freddie Gibbs throwing up the VL, throwing up the VPs.
Right. You walking the edge, nigga. But yeah, so it is what it is, man. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna have to look it up and if I find a clip about it, I'll attach it to this when I put this on YouTube, with all the background effects and all of that. So I'll insert that here.
Yeah, so basically on the article, it was saying, I want to know who the real president of this country is. Is it Joe Biden or Joe Manchin? That's what Charlemagne asked. And Harris got a little upset about it. So like, it's Joe Biden, and don't start talking like a Republican. That's what Harris snapped at him. But it's Joe Biden, and I'm vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris. And so the Biden administration suffered a significant loss of face Thursday when, as Political reported, the president was forced to admit that his signature Build Back Better bill would not pass the Senate before Christmas, as he is told. I think that's the Build Back Better. Ain't that? I think that's for the infrastructure.
Yeah, the infrastructure. Yeah, I think that's the infrastructure.
Yeah, the infrastructure. Senator Joe Manchin. Also, he's actually a senator. Oh, I'm thinking it was actually like at a house, but I see what he's saying. It's almost single-handedly responsible for this delay. Manchin, a moderate Democrat, met with Biden last week to discuss what it would take for him to vote the president's $1.75 trillion spending bill, but negotiations look very poorly. Because of the Senate is even divided between two parties and every Republican opposed the bill, it cannot pass without Manchin. Harris would cast the tie-breaking vote in the event of a 50-50 split. Harris continued to answer Charlemagne with a passionate defense of the Biden administration policy agency, touting the expanded child tax credit, police reform, increased funding for public transportation, and other proposals. I hear the frustration, but let's not deny the impact that we've had, Harris said to Charlemagne. This first version of Harris is the one I like, Charlemagne responded. But
yeah, I mean, and I get what he's saying now. That's why he's like, is Biden the president or is it Manchin? Because obviously Manchin has got control over the situation. It's going to take going through him to get this plan, this infrastructure thing passed. So I get it. What I mean?
Why do we need it?
I don't know. I haven't really,
we got
researched it to see all that's in it.
I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff on the. Don't get me wrong. Infrastructure does kind of need to improve. Hell, we can go to Winston-Salem to see that shit.
Yeah,
not Winston-Salem. Infrastructure.
That's a good example.
Fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But like, what? I thought we had a little bit more pressure.
Right.
Pressing issues.
Right.
Worried about the
when you're gonna get back with Ice Cube on the Black America plan.
Facts.
When we gonna get that? What happened as soon as we get in the office, we're gonna hit you up, brother.
It's literally been a year. It's crazy that it ain't really been a whole year that he has been in office.
Right.
And it just seems like it's been forever.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I don't see, not to make this a whole political thing, I really don't see Biden being in here the next 4 years. I don't see it. I don't even think he'll make it 4 years. And then with Kamala, she gonna have to do something as far as to get the court of public opinion back on her side a little bit, because she just don't really have the. But they're gonna coach her up. They're gonna figure something out.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. I mean, I'm sure. Trump is gearing up to rerun again.
Oh man, the ads, the ads here. Oh, which reminds me, there's a ad that's coming on TV. I think about Pat McCrory, and the thing I'm nervous about, and I think people really need to pay attention to this, especially people of color, particularly Black people. But the thing I'm nervous about is that now I'm not for Pat McCrory or nothing like that. But what they're trying to do, I guess some particular party, I don't know if it's even a Republican party, because I think Pat McCrory is a Republican. I don't know if it's like a Trump. I don't know if it's like a Trumpster or whatnot, but they're trying to paint him like he's sympathetic for Black Lives Matter.
Right. I saw that commercial.
And then they're making him like, oh, these people that attacked the Capitol were thugs.
Right.
Now, normally on the surface, that sounds okay. But what's bad is, to me, it's like, okay, first off, this guy's a Republican.
Right.
You would think he'd be on the side of Blue Lives and all this other stuff.
Right.
Plus, that make us look bad, like the Black lives, like Black people are the villains.
Right.
And that's my concern with that. That's getting a little dangerous.
It is, man. I mean, and I always wondered about people like Pat McCrory, because when he was in office as the governor, I think he was the governor, I didn't really care for him. But it was like all of a sudden, once he was out, it was all of a sudden he was kind of supporting Democratic stuff. It's like, okay, why are you flopping? You know what I mean? Why are you flip-flopping? Now it's, these Republicans were bad people that stormed the Capitol, and Black Lives Matter is not a bad organization. Yeah. I mean, where was all of this energy when you was in the office? You wasn't supporting nothing.
No.
You know what I mean?
Come on, you were just shaking hands with Duke. Right. You know what I'm saying? Duke Energy.
Yeah. He worked for Duke Energy.
Oh, yeah. He met that's what I'm saying. But the ash coal and all that stuff, messing up. Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Man, you just slimy, man.
Yeah, so
I ain't saying Roy Cooper is, no better than either. I heard some slime ball shit about him, allegedly.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Still, man, it's just like, dude, man, y'all just slimy, man. How come we can't just have, like, some integrity? You know what I'm saying? Have some integrity. I know everybody slip up and do some stuff. Everybody got like a dead prostitute or some shit in politics. You know what I'm saying? Somebody really got like, yo, that bitch dead. Just put it on the mattress, son.
Right. You got to prop up in the closet.
Just put it right there. Throw some, put some Epsom salt and shit on there and be all right. Peroxide. Don't use bleach. Peroxide, nigga. Peroxide.
Man.
It's just getting, man. That is just disturbing. I mean, I think it's really going to start, to me, something else.
Right, exactly.
Like really, we as a people really need to have our eyes open and peeled about things like that, because like they're really somehow they're trying to force a narrative where it might not be. I mean, I'm not trying to fearmonger. I'm just saying that just don't look right.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I gotta definitely. I'll definitely be checking out that clip from Kamala Harris or whatever with Charlemagne. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we can go ahead, and you want to jump into the new movie?
We got to talk about the Spider-Man.
Yeah, man.
Spider-Man.
Now listen, before we get into this, let me go ahead and say this. Spoiler alert: we might let some shit drop. If you ain't seen the movie,
shit gonna drop. So we're gonna be like,
it ain't all fault. If you're a big fan and you don't want to get spoiled, you just leave right now. The one of y'all who might be in here. But yeah, I really think they did a great job on it. I mean, they keeping that Avengers element in it. He works with Doctor Strange in this one, which I thought was dope. I like how they got the overall storyline. And you know, I think they're just doing a good job with this, man. Overall, I saw the other ones, Homecoming, and
so I ain't seen I seen bits and pieces of that one.
Yeah.
What's the other one? The Homecoming's
Far From Home.
Homecoming's the one with the Vulture, right? With Michael Keaton.
Wait. Homecoming. No, Homecoming was. I think you're right. I think you might be right. Yeah. And then Far From Home was Mysterio.
Yeah.
And okay. And this one, this one was really good because they brought back all the old villains from old Spider-Man movies, like the Goblin, Sandman,
the Doc Connors.
Yeah, Dr. Octopus.
Yeah. Doc
Octavius.
Yeah,
Otto Octavius. She said, you want like salt water or fresh water, because you're an octopus. He was like, what? Like, nigga, you don't know what you want.
Fresh water.
She was like, all right, fresh water it is. But yeah, I think it's really dope, man. What did you think about the movie overall?
You know what? I need to go back because I didn't see Far From Home.
Yeah.
So I probably need to go back to really get a better understanding of the movie. I felt, as me going into it, I felt like, and again, like I said, I might have to go back to watch Far From Home, but I felt like it felt like it was rushed, like it was just put together.
The newest one.
Yeah, but it worked. I'm not. Sometimes, you can do that and it works. I feel like Avengers Endgame was like that. That's it was, what I'm saying, it was put together, but it worked. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think it worked. I gave it if I had to give it from the scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Okay, I like the Spider-Mans. I like the Spider-Mans. I like really the villains. They almost had like a makeshift Sinister Six almost.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with the exception of the Rhino and Shocker and Mysterio, like you said, Mysterio and Vulture. Those have been like, those have been, but they had like a little Sinister Six going.
But I was really excited about that. The fact that they was bringing all these villains from old Spider-Man.
Oh man.
Like the Goblin and all of that. I think the Goblin was from Tobey Maguire's
Spider-Man. Yeah, now I'm going to lie. That dude, he stole the show.
He did.
He stole the show.
He's been a good actor. He's good at those types of cynical parts where he plays the mad villain. Willem Dafoe. He's really good at that.
He stole the show.
They brought him back, and then the Sandman. They brought the original one back.
The
Shocker, Jamie Foxx's character.
Nah, he was Electro.
My bad. He was from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
He did a good job. He was actually a pretty good job. But Willem Dafoe stole that.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe was
killed that.
Took the whole thing. Who else? Was there another villain? Is there somebody I'm forgetting?
Doc Octavius was pretty good. He had a little story. They didn't give too much shine to like the Sandman because honestly, the Sandman to me, especially in Spider-Man 3, was like the best villain.
Yeah.
Like not out of all of them, but he was just like they made him like to the T, like what Sandman was in the comic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
they did a great job on that, man. So and for me, that was already exciting enough. But then, spoiler alert, they opened because Doctor Strange is in the movie, Spider-Man's little friend learns how to open those portals like Doctor Strange can, those time portals, and they end up letting other versions of Spider-Man. You see Andrew Garfield come in, and then you see Tobey Maguire come in, and everybody in the theater was like, oh, shit. Everybody losing their shit when that happened. Even though Andrew Garfield wasn't as popular, you still knew, what was going on. It was like, okay, that's the dude from the other Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it was just dope because, they all had to work together to defeat the villains or whatever, because the shit was just getting out of hand. You know, he was trying to help cure the villains from what they were going through, so they wouldn't be so evil, and they just didn't want to listen. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not that they. Nah, my man didn't want to listen. Hobgoblin didn't want to listen.
Yeah.
Because Osborn wanted to listen.
Right.
Green Goblin didn't.
Right.
And then with that, push Electro.
Right.
Yeah, that was a push.
Yeah, because once the Goblin was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. Electro was like, okay, yeah, he right. I ain't doing this shit either.
Yeah, like, nah, don't get the sweets.
You know. But yeah, that was dope, man. I love the fact that they had all 3 Spider-Man versions in the same movie, and I actually love the way they put it into the script. That basically they're from different universes.
Yeah.
So it was, because at first I was like, how are they gonna work this into the story? They don't look shit alike each other, you know. So when they explained it, it was like, oh, this is dope. This is so dope.
Yeah, that's like comic book stuff, man.
Right.
Like, yeah,
right.
So that's really cool that they did that, especially cinematically.
Yeah.
I really would like to see if when they do the second one, I would like to see if they do other versions of, like, I would like to see the Scarlet Spider. That's actually on the comics. He's actually like, he gets the powers, but he's not really like a superhero. He's kind of like a anti-hero, I think.
Yeah.
I also like with Flash Thompson. He actually becomes Venom. Yeah. I think I talked to you about that. But he's like a paraplegic. But once he gets the suit, once he gets the symbiote, he's actually stronger. Like he actually has legs, he can move and everything. So I would really like to see that, how they would put that on cinematics. Or, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they would do a spinoff, although he might be, you know, he could be worthy to do it.
Right.
But I would like to see like that going into the next Spider-Man joint.
Yeah, and that's what you know, we were trying to figure that out. We were kind of debating about that. Like, you know, are they gonna do another one? They could, or are they just gonna have him do some cameos in other people's stuff? Like, is he gonna just cameo in something like the Eternals or another? Because you know they're doing another Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, he's probably
gonna be in that. I'm assuming he'll be in that because it's still kind of a continuation of the multiverse thing.
And then, you know, it was cool that they had my man from Daredevil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, when I saw that, I was like, yo.
I was like, yo,
that was so dope. That was dope.
I was like, yes, incorporate Daredevil. Let's make sure we get this done right.
Cause Daredevil and Spider-Man movie done right with that guy, and oh man, that would be great.
Exactly. Yeah, when they threw that joint through the window and he caught it, he was like,
so man, why did you do that?
And I mean, you know, everybody hated when Ben Affleck did Daredevil. I didn't really hate it, but you know, he wasn't the best. But you know, people was like saying it was terrible. I just didn't think it was that great. You know, I thought he did okay.
Well, I mean, it's just, you know, now it's just, you know what I'm saying, like Marvel at the time, they were just trying to get their feet wet, but now it's just, now they got the idea, they comb things up. I mean, you know, they started with Iron Man, and then like Iron Man just came from, it just went from there, and they just mapped it out and made this whole big map.
Phase 1, phase 2.
Yeah, and it just worked. And then like DC, they trying to play catch up. Like you see that they trying to re-release the new Batman movie, which I got a little mixed feelings on that. I saw the previews on that one. I don't know if because I just don't know what it's supposed to be like the Scarecrow, but we don't see like the Scarecrow. You know what I'm saying? On that trailer, I don't see the Scarecrow.
Yeah, they showed a Riddler.
Yeah.
They showed a Penguin on one. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll find a way to get it in there. I mean, I think it looks decent. I actually think I want to see it.
Yeah, because usually they do good on the Batman movie.
Right. I don't know. It's hard to really make a Flash movie. You know what I mean? It's really hard. It's like they could do it, but it's like, a whole movie of Flash won't be that great.
Nah, because the thing of it is, Flash is kind of like a TV show character. Right. I mean, even like in the old, like that Flash that came out, like the one on the CW, that's not the first Flash. Right, like they had one back. Me and my pops and my sister, rest in peace. We used to watch. Yeah, we used to watch like But what happened was the guy that played Barry Allen's dad in the new show, he was the original Flash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. But they found out he was, he didn't like women, back in those days in 1990. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had fun with boys. Mm-hmm. I mean, not like, let me clarify that. Not Kevin Spacey boys, but Yeah. So like they were like, nah, he can't do that, can't do, like. I mean, it was
just like boys versus girls.
Yeah. But it was in the in the 90s, and we just everybody's still like bobble belting up and everything. It's like, right. Yeah, it's like, he likes to suck dick. He can't be the Flash. So they had to get rid of it. This is our if you're now tuning in.
If you're now tuning in, this got canceled.
Yeah, this might be the last show.
I think I'll still check out the new Batman joint. But, I just like it because they're gonna incorporate more than one villain. They got Catwoman in there, Penguin.
Yeah, Catwoman looks interesting.
So it's like, okay, if they really do it right, they could do a good job on this. I'm liking that. I think actually Ben Affleck did a great job as Batman. I really did like.
I think, yeah. I have to give him that. Yeah, I think he did. He played good.
I think he didn't want to do the new one. Mm-hmm. I think he was the one that backed out. They didn't like fire him or anything. He just didn't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Back to the new Spider-Man movie. It's really, really good, man. Y'all should go check it out. I mean, it's making tons of money. They said it's making more money than Avengers on its opening weekend. So it's got to be good, especially if they're doing it right. I mean, I didn't see any disappointing stuff about it. I was really happy with it. They actually have a dialogue between the three Spider-Mans that kind of fits into real life. And Andrew Garfield kind of makes a joke about himself being the lamest one in the group. Mm-hmm. I thought that was dope. Like you said, the whole Daredevil being incorporated into it. So I feel like they're probably gonna make another Spider-Man. They could get away with one more. But I know one thing I do know, which I was so excited because I've been waiting on this, is that they're incorporating Venom into it now.
Oh yeah. If you ain't sick, I want to see that. Aliens don't watch those. Aliens eat brains.
Yeah. Because Venom was made by a different studio. Still incorporated with Marvel, but it wasn't made by the same people who made Avengers. So they kind of had it as its own separate entity, and now they're kind of bringing it in. I think the people who made like the Avengers and all this, the cinematic universe, I think they probably didn't trust that the Venom was going to come out that good, and it came out decent. So now they're like, okay, we can actually work with it.
Yeah, I got to see actually, I ain't seen the first Venom. I need to see
it. And I knew that Venom was going to be incorporated into it soon.
Oh yeah, man, because that's like Spider-Man's like greatest rival.
Right. I was just gonna say because of the last movie, Far From Home. That was one of the post credit scenes. Had Venom in the post credit scene, so you kind of got that. Okay, so Venom is gonna be incorporated, and it's different than the way they did Tobey Maguire's Venom. They're doing it a little bit different. But
that one was trash. Brock Jr.
Right.
He was just. And then, like, he had them jagged teeth and stuff. Right. Like, it wasn't. I mean, because the thing of it is, you doing Venom, man. Venom got to be big.
Right.
Like, these. Like,
that's what attracted me to this Venom that they're doing now. When it first came out, I was like, okay, it looks more like what I expected Venom to look like.
Yeah, he got to come.
He look like a damn monster. That's what he's supposed to look like.
Look.
Right.
we are Venom.
Exactly.
I will eat your brain. You know what I'm saying? That's a horrible film choice.
And then second Venom with Carnage, that came out really good too.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. Yeah, I gotta get caught up.
That's really good. So you should see that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're doing a good job of incorporating everything. Venom's gonna be incorporated into Spider-Man. You know, this is leading into the new Doctor Strange movie. You know, Daredevil, I'm assuming, is gonna probably.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be in there because you got to think too, like Spider-Man or Daredevil, like Kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Yeah,
crazy.
man, I'm ready for that, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy, son.
And then I know they got new Guardians of the Galaxy coming out soon. That's coming out in 2022.
Which I need to see the second one.
Yeah. It took me a while, but I finally did see that second one.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think they were smart because not only did they incorporate the former Spider-Mans, but they gave them a sizable enough part that, you know, it wasn't just a quick 2-minute, you know, clip. They actually had to work together to actually, you know, defeat the villains or whatever.
That's the only thing I had a problem with. It needed to be more wisecracks.
Yeah.
Didn't get enough wisecracks.
I thought I was waiting for them to kind of talk about each other's different suits. Like, your suit is this and your suit look like that. And look at mine. They never actually did that. I thought that would have been kind of cool to compare the different suits. But, you know, still good. I mean, but you're right. They could have done a little more wisecracks and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. But yeah, what else did you like about it? Anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty much overall a pretty good movie. I mean, I thought I did like I said, I liked the way they incorporated the villains. I think the villains, you know, from each universe, was definitely something different.
Yeah.
Well, actually, technically, what was it, 3 from each universe?
Yeah.
Because I don't think we really seen the one from, I would just say, this universe.
Yeah.
As we talk, I don't think I've seen the villains from this universe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was really good it was kind of interesting for them to do what they did.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think they did a really good job, man. But yeah, and then like you said, we were talking about this earlier. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, when he shot his webs, it came out of his skin. But the 2 newer ones, Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland, they had actual web cartridges.
They come out everywhere else. I'm like, hey, yo, my man.
Yo, that was funny. It was like, wait a minute, yours just comes out of your wrist? It was like, yeah, doesn't yours? But that was dope, man. You know, because I have been waiting to talk about it because I'm like, nobody I know has really seen the movie yet. It's not really too many people that I know who actually wanted to see the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that wanted to see it haven't seen it yet. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to wait another week. I'm going to watch it. You know, I had to go now. You know what I mean? If you're really a fan, you're going to want to see that like as soon as it drops.
I'm glad I got to see it.
Yeah,
like I said, this is my first time being in the movie theater since like the last movie that I saw in the theater. And actually, it's funny because I took my girlfriend's, you know, brother. At that time we watched Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so,
but it's been a minute.
Yeah,
for you.
Yeah,
Shit.
Yeah. It's literally been like a whole year before the Roro came. It was like, no, you know what? Fuck this. We gonna watch Sonic the
Hedgehog. I feel you. I saw the Eternals and Shang-Chi in the movies.
Yeah, I saw Shang-Chi. It's actually on Disney Plus. I actually saw that movie was great.
Yeah, it was.
I enjoyed that.
I'm sure they're gonna incorporate that with the Eternals.
That's
definitely gonna be incorporated there. I'm sure they're gonna do another Eternals. That was good. What else they got coming out? Got Morbius coming out.
Oh, that Morbius looks pretty good.
That does.
Have you been checking out? You don't have? Do you have Disney Plus?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have you checked out the Hawkeye?
I haven't yet.
Yo,
have you checked it out?
Yo,
it's good.
Yo, It's pretty good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, the Hawkeye joints going. Yeah, they go ham right
now. And because of the new Spider-Man, now I feel like I got to go back and watch WandaVision. Because I never actually watched but the first 2 episodes. After that, I was just kind of like, I'm not getting excited.
Oh no!
All the action didn't jump over until after that, though. So everybody was telling me, "Yeah, you should have kept watching."
Yeah, it gets good.
And I never did it. But now she also is shown in the trailer for the new Doctor Strange.
Oh,
so she's gonna be in that. So that's what made me say, okay, maybe I need to go back and watch.
You got to think they both were magic. You know what I'm saying? Although, really, Scarlet Witch is really a mutant.
Yeah.
As opposed to her little powers and stuff.
Yeah.
Not to make light of that because she.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna see that next Doctor Strange. I know that's gonna be really good. What else we got?
But yeah, man, just all in all, man, I enjoyed the Spider-Man movie. And then, I like that joke. Jamie Foxx said, "Man, I thought you was gonna be black."
Oh yeah,
I thought you was gonna be black, man. Like there's a black Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's like, I'm sure there's a black Spider-Man. Yeah, which made me think, are they going to try to incorporate that in the next Spider-Man?
Well, Miles Morales. And I think they should, man, because he is a popular character.
Yeah,
I think he is a I think out of all of the so-called black superheroes who are taking like the mantle of the traditional white superheroes, I think he's probably like the most likable in my opinion.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You got what was it, the Captain America joint, where Sam, was Falcon, but he becomes Captain America.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that one was cool. I kind of like that concept. Yeah. It was interesting.
Yeah, I remember it from the comics, and I do think they did a good job of that, incorporating that into the Avengers a little bit. So they could actually do a spin-off movie, of that, kind of making him officially Captain America instead of just Falcon.
Yeah. So, like I said, I think that. Like I said, I think doing like having Miles Morales would actually be great. Good. And it would really be great to have like on the second one him and then like I said, the Scarlet Spider. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be dope.
But yeah, those ideas have been around, especially like if you go back and watch the old Spider-Man, like the one that came out in '94, they kind of did like a Spider-Man, multi-Spider-Man universe thing. So yeah,
I didn't watch it as much, but I remember, seeing it.
That was a show right there.
Yeah,
he had the wisecracks and all that stuff, but they dressed up like he was a kid, but he dressed up like a grown man. So he didn't know he was really a kid. Yeah, it was just crazy.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I definitely recommend anybody to go see the new Spider-Man, No Way Home or whatever. They did a great job with it, incorporating Doctor Strange in there. I was hoping to see more Doctor Strange characters, like the one with the bald head.
The lady.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
I thought she died though. Technically,
did she?
Yeah, I thought she got killed.
I don't know.
Like in the movie, in the first movie, I thought she got.
Because when she was in Avengers, remember?
On the rooftop. Yeah.
Had to go see her.
Yeah. And then it had to explain that. Yeah, he just gave the Soul Stone away. Yeah, that's right. She was there.
Yeah, she was definitely still there. So I was hoping to see her because she does a pretty good job in the movie. But yeah, so that's all I have for Spider-Man, man. I know we spoiled it for anybody, but if you ain't seen it, that's your fault. Like I said, you should have clicked off.
Blame yourself.
Right.
Blame yourself. Should have seen that shit.
But yeah, man. You got anything else you want to drop before we end off the show?
It was
spectacular. Marvel has done it again.
Yeah. The words they say, amazing and spectacular.
Right. Yeah, man.
Spectacular.
The only thing that would have been dope if we still had Stan Lee to make his little
facts.
Man.
Yeah, facts, man.
I'm glad he made it in the end game. Because I remember he died before the movie came out, but I guess they had already recorded his part, so that was dope. Real quick, have you heard anything about Black Panther? Because I'm hearing some rumors. The girl that played his sister, Shuri.
Yeah.
Supposedly she might not be doing the movie no more.
Yeah, they're saying she was a little upset about the whole jab thing.
Right, the jab.
And she was like, "Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna do it because of
Yeah,
and
they forcing me to do that."
Yeah, so they're talking about having like a new girl, but they might be better off just letting that one go because
I
that was
if
just
she's out, I'd rather just
because that was monumental, man. Like
right,
man, I remember Black History Month. That came out
right.
2000.
That was so perfect. What was it 2018? Man, that was so perfect. So yeah, it's like I would have accepted it without Chadwick, but still having everybody else like her. Because in the comic book, she did become Black Panther.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, they could still work with this. But if she really is out, I don't want no replacement. Somebody who's not as good.
Yeah, they're gonna do like Will Smith. They're gonna do like Vivian. Like damn, what's up, Vivian? Why she got light skin all of a sudden?
Yeah, like,
damn, Vivian.
So highly light skin.
Hey, you got sick or something?
Right.
Like goddamn.
The lightest chick in Wakanda. Where did you come from?
What happened?
They don't even make you in Wakanda. They don't make your model.
High yellow.
But I'm a sister. I'm here to do it.
No, you're not.
So yeah, that's how I feel. If they can't get Shuri, the same girl to play Shuri, I'd rather them just leave it where it is.
That might be best.
Yeah. But if they can let her do it, I'd be okay with it. You know what I mean? Everybody else, all of them.
Tell you who they could get to be Black Panther.
Who?
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, true. I heard a rumor that they may be doing another Blade. Did you hear about that?
Didn't I hear about that?
Yeah, see, I heard a rumor. It's just a rumor.
Blade was really the first Marvel movie.
Yeah,
the first
Black.
The first successful one too.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that came from the comics.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess they don't want to call him the first Black hero because he's kind of like vigilante type. He got a little bad guy in him, but mostly good. So. Yeah. But either way, he was still the first in my book. But yeah, man. So we'll see. But I ain't really got nothing else, man. We can go ahead and close out the show.
Yeah.
For Triad Hip Hop Podcast, this has been episode 188.
Oh, I mean, damn, 188. Damn.
188.
Damn.
And don't forget, I almost forgot. Hit the like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Do it. You know what I mean? We need y'all help. You know what I mean? So
keep funds out, kid.
Exactly. We're gonna leave Dr. Umar alone one of these days, man. All right, man. For episode 188, this is your man Kurt, and this is
Howie.
And we'll see y'all on the next one.
Peace.